Welcome to the Irondequoit High School auditorium. In the event of an emergency, you will hear an announcement or the fire alarm. If the fire alarm sounds, we ask that you leave immediately in a calm and orderly manner through the nearest door marked as an exit. Tonight is a benchmark in the development of artistic abilities and the cultivation of essential skills, including teamwork, discipline, and resilience. These students have dedicated hours developing their performances, and tonight we appreciate your full attention as they share the culmination of their hard work. Thank you for your continued support of our nationally recognized music program. Without you, this stage would be silent.
Thank you very much. I neglected to mention that all of the solos that you're hearing tonight are being played as improvisation. They are improvised tonight. These are not written out solos. These are not solos we've rehearsed a bunch of times. This is music that they're making tonight on their own. And some of the people that you're going to hear tonight are first-time improvisers in our concert, so I'm very proud of them for that. The next piece we're going to do, they do not have any music in front of them for this next piece. We learned this piece by ear. It's called a head chart. And so over time, we kind of repeated it a bunch of times. I would demonstrate it, they would echo it back, and then they kind of figured out how it went. And then we added some accompaniment to it. And it's based on the 12-bar blues, kind of the most basic form of all jazz music. So we got really good at playing a B-flat blues and doing this tune called Sunny Moon for Two. So again, they only have a little green sheet with like a little road map of who plays when. But other than that, this is all from memory. So we hope you enjoy Sunny Moon for Two. Oh, I should mention, you're going to hear Julia Savine on trombone, Mila Malay on alto sax, Alexa Chiosa on bass, Stephen Weber on trombone, and Evan Spatola on trumpet. Thank you very much. Our next piece is called Ace of Hearts. This is a Latin tune, and you're going to hear soloing on this tune Ray Trapani on bass sax and Julia Sabine on trombone. Thanks very much. Our last tune is called Power Move. This is a kind of a funk rock tune that I think is probably of all of our tunes that we're doing, that's probably their favorite. This is going to feature Ray Trapani again on bass sax, Marcelina Figueroa on tenor, Millie Stahl on tenor, and Stephen Weber on trombone. Thanks for being a wonderful audience. Please stick around for the next two groups, and thank you again for all your support of our program. music written for, well, basically any band program was written by a lot of men. It's just been that way for many, many years. And it's been really, really exciting to see more and more women composing music for young bands. And I'm really pleased to be able to perform a piece by a really talented composer named Christina Huss. This is her piece called As Spirits Soar. I hope you enjoy it. Our next tune is our contribution to music from the holiday time, but it's a little unusual. This is called the Good King's Groove. It's based on Good King Wenceslas, the old carol. And what's interesting about this is the composer has made it into like a second line performance. A second line is a very specific type of like a jazz march, I guess is the way you would call it, that is famous in New Orleans. So you're going to hear kind of a little bit of a groovier feel to this particular tune, but you'll also hear a little bit of Deck the Halls in there. You might hear a little Jingle Bells even. So we hope you enjoy the Good King's Groove. Before we play our last tune, at this time of year, we have to give great thanks to our custodial staff here at Quanticoid High School, who moves a lot of equipment back and forth between the stage and the rooms, and the rehearsal rooms behind us, several times in the month. And we just can't do that without them. They are very kind to kind of help us get all this set up so we can worry about other things. We also want to thank our concert crew that are managing sound and lights and recordings for us tonight. Would you join me in thanking all those people that make tonight possible? So our last piece is called Acceleration. You'll hear lots of fluctuations in tempo, but you'll hear a couple of places where the beat suddenly gets a little bit faster and kind of settles in. This has been a little bit more of a challenge for us to kind of put together because of those tempo changes, but I think the kids have learned a lot from this particular piece. Thank you again for being a wonderful audience. Please stick around for the 8th graders. They've got a terrific program for you as well.
was a piece called Of Castles and Kings, very pompous, very heroic sounding. Nice way to kind of just start our portion of the concert. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to the 7th grade band and the Jazz Ensemble. It's really a great pleasure to hear them play, and Mr. Sprinks is a great colleague. This was my first year teaching 8th grade in a while, and really been having a lot of fun with them, and looking forward to 2 more concerts that's happening throughout the rest of the year. Also, I want to point out that I see Ms. Doy and Ms. Britt in the audience, and wanted to recognize them for all the hard work. They teach at Iroquois and Rogers, and without them, there's no way we could do what we're doing here in 7th and 8th grade. So thank you so much for being here for the students that you started a few years ago. It's really great to see you. So that was, again, Castles and Kings. We have, the next piece is a piece by another female composer, Mr. Sprinks, that was mentioning, Anne McGinty. And this piece is a Bach chorale, really working on legato and some phrasing. And the other thing that's really tricky about this piece is that you're going to hear a fugue that's happening. What a fugue is, you hear a statement that's going to start with the clarinets, pass to the saxophones, and then later answered by the rest of the band. So it's a little bit of some fugue section that's going on in this piece. You're going to hear the chorale stated at the beginning. So this next piece, again, is Bach Variation by Anne McGinty. Again, when we're hitting 8th grade, you can kind of hear more independence and a little more where you're hearing the different instruments a little more than the full band. We call that more block scoring. As the music's getting a little more challenging, it really forces more of a soloistic kind of more independence on their part. They're doing a nice job here as 8th graders. The next piece is a programmatic piece called Stampede. And what you're going to hear, hopefully, is the beginning of this is going to be very peaceful and very beautiful. It's kind of a slower adagio, a few sections, and then you're going to hear kind of some hoofs and some things that are going to be moving forward. It could be a horse or some buffalo or some wild animals or something. It's going to basically stampede, and then the stampede is over and followed by kind of more calming, peaceful a statement from the same music that you heard at the beginning. So again, this piece is called Stampede. Hope you enjoy our programmatic piece. Okay, we'd like to finish up our fall concert with a piece called The Big Mambo. So you're going to hear a lot of Latin percussion. This features our wonderful percussion section back here. You can see there's 12 of them back there, trying to keep them all busy and playing as much as I can. But this piece was chosen for them. And you're going to hear lots of this Latin percussion that's going to happen for our last piece. So again, thank you so much again for coming out to our concert. This is one of many that are starting here in December, or November and December. If you look at the back of the program, you see them all listed. Again, we really appreciate your support on behalf of the music program, Mrs. Welch, Mr. Springstead, and I here as far as the band at 712. Really appreciate all you're doing to help your kids continue to play. And look forward to a concert in March, and then another concert, I believe, in May or June. Anyway, hope you had a nice evening, and we're going to finish up with the Big Mambo.
7th graders. Don't forget.